go in a studio to bring you the program Midday Show. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned to Society for Radio Democracy 98.1, simply the best. For news, views, and entertainment, stay tuned to Society for Radio Democracy 98.1, simply the best.
Good day and welcome to the program Midday Show. We come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We simulcast on the internet on www.radiodemocracy.sl and me will bring counsel on this edition fumble and name Jaffa Mans Davis. I called them inside the program. We get plenty news, information, entertainment. So stay with me for the next 1 hour inside the program Midday Show. And to yourself, will listen to it from wherever you get it from. Remember, say you will be part of this edition. By where I go use the number 077 981 981. The number again 077 981 981. Fambul, if you just join me today inside this edition of the program Midday Show, they look at ECOWAS at 50, and we focus of discussion today. We look at ECOWAS at 50, promoting environmental sustainability and the fight against plastic pollution in Sierra Leone. Plus also, we will look at how government on side on the play their role for make sure say ECOWAS initiative them way for helping a government on our country for happening in the smoothest of ways. So today we get two young gentlemen them inside this edition of the program. One from immediate right, come out from the Ministry of Planning and Economic Development, in the Deputy Development Secretary and heads of ECOWAS National Office, Komba Momo. Good afternoon and welcome to this edition of the program.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Okay, plenty thank you for joining today inside this edition. Also, today we have Ambassador John Azuma, ECOWAS resident representative to Sierra Leone. Ambassador, good afternoon and welcome to this edition.
Good afternoon, Nkushe.
Yes, sir. Plenty thank you for joining today inside this edition. Okay, the program they continue and continue for still to inside this edition. We'll take one or two issue them and then we'll come back. We can start the discussion. They go also one flag bearer aspirant now the All People's Congress, Mohammed Omodu Kamara, where people they call Jagaban say the 250 million leones, 20 laptop computer and solar light them where it go give to Matujon School of Nursing. Now part of a commitment for improved health care facility in the country. Mohammed Omodu Kamara talk this in Tawan Waka, where you go do na Bont district. Also, you go Waka na Matu John School of Nursing na Bont district. We reporter Karifa to Conte in the part of this and we put this report together.
One flag bearer aspirant for the All People's Congress Party, Mohammed Omodu Kamara, what people they call Jagaban, since in Kamna Salon politics, don't they give support na different sector them like infrastructure, education, agriculture, health and plenty other one in the country. Inside one waka, when go do na Bon district this bientem. Also in first stop, na be the Matujon School of Nursing. Also this school, don't they train young people in nursing and other health professional them. But this school, no they get challenged inside the past year them.
where we set up a solar, although for power, this whole time because classes is there. And just imagine if the generator was before we use 60 liters every day for the generator. Just imagine if you know how this atmosphere goes. And also, the nurses board right now, the exams where they conduct that on computer base. We get a computer lab we don't set up where we need with a kindly bake. Also so in me, so and it's still of all the students of Masiko. Thank you, please, sir.
That's na voice of one pani administrator then at the Matrujon School of Nursing, Anne Sombi, but they talk about the challenge where the school on the get. For second challenge here, make one flag bearer aspirant for the All People's Congress Party, Mohamed Omoru Kamara, being given 250 million yuans, 20 computer laptop, and solar light as support to the Matrujon School of Nursing, as way for improved healthcare facility in the country.
So to start with, the computers them will give una 20 computers. That same Monday or Tuesday, we'll get to your solar man. We go kind of also, but can look and see how best it will able for fix everything una need for our solar system. Una get. For the students them, you know, we get plenty students there where they take care of. But for una, we put towards una tuition 250 million.
Jagaban continue for talk about the impact when not they make na the country.
And nurses them, they're in high demand in this country. And not only this country, all over the world as well. Because nurses then they play a greater role than the medical. Without nurses them, wallahi, the patients them, they are zero. Me, I get high respect for nurses them. I know say the doctors them also share that same sentiment. They're not able to do without tuna.
As all this they be, Mohamed Omoru Kamara been say so go na Madina Tong inside Bon district. Usain say he go begin give allowance to imam, deputy imam, and muazzin na all the mosques then na Bon district.
Bon district una accept me now, so me say go surprise una by God in power. The imams them, I know say una dey struggle, and I don't hear una cry, and I dey promise una say as of tomorrow. Each imam within at this storm, each imam in deputy and the muazzin, then 3 people and they per each mosque, then go begin get stipend beginning this month.
Allahu Akbar.
Jagaban end up assured United Council of Imams Young Wing say inside next year, and they give scholarship to 7 people and for go Hajj. For ready democracy, Mina Karifa to counter the report.
Well, from that report today, the program midday show, they continue. Inside the program, family, if you just join me today, we focus of discussion. They look at ECOWAS at 50, promoting environmental sustainability and the fight against plastic pollution in Sierra Leone. For us to talk more about this, we get the Deputy Development Secretary and Head of ECOWAS National Office, now the Ministry of Planning and Economic Development, Kombamomo, and also we get Ambassador John Azuma, when an ECOWAS resident representative to Sierra Leone. But inside the discussion, we'll start with Ambassador. Ambassador, again, good afternoon and welcome to the program Midday Show.
Good afternoon and again, Kushe.
Yes. Ambassador, how has it been for you since you have been in Freetown?
Very wonderful. Let me first of all start by greeting our esteemed listeners and also acknowledging the first gentleman of the land, His Excellency the President, retired Brigadier Dr. Julius Madabio. He is the chairman of the Authority of Heads of States and Government of the ECOWAS, which we serve. So that is our boss. Yes, if we are sitting here today, it is as a result of the decisions, the instructions that they have taken at Heads of States level for the interests of member states, including Salone, that we are coming to talk to the people.
So, since you started to work in Sierra Leone, how has the journey been for you in implementing things that matters to ECOWAS?
It has been a very pleasant and wonderful, opportunity for me, I must say the truth, that since my arrival, I have had the opportunity, to interact very freely, both within Freetown and then also the other districts. My office is there to coordinate the activities of ECOWAS institutions. We have the executive. ECOWAS is built in a governmental form. We have the ECOWAS, the executive wing, which is being driven by the commission, ECOWAS commission. We have the legislative wing, the ECOWAS parliament. I'm sure you know some of your members go to the ECOWAS parliament to also have discussions. We have the ECOWAS Court of Justice, and again, we are proud to have a Sierra Leonean as the Vice President of the ECOWAS Court of Justice. Then we have other institutions like the West African Health Organization, the GIABA, which is an intergovernmental body looking into money laundering and terrorist financing. We have the ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development, our finance wing, So my office coordinates all activities of these bodies within Sierra Leone, and by that I try to promote the visibility of ECOWAS within Sierra Leone, and to liaise with the various sectors of government in Sierra Leone, the ministries, the departments and agencies, and through Mr. Kumba's office, to relate on matters to do with ECOWAS. We have other roles, assignments that we also undertake, but basically it is to promote, our presence, and coordinate the activities, as well as create the awareness that ECOWAS is in the country and is here to serve the people of Sierra Leone.
Yes, in recent times, it has been very, very popular, unlike what we've been noticing about ECOWAS activities in Sierra Leone, which shows you have really been busy in implementing some of those things. We've had issues about health, about energy discussion, ministers coming into Sierra Leone. And Sierra Leone, apart from our president being the authorities of or heads of chairmen, the work has been really, really there in the land. We'll come to specifics on some of those things. But so far, so good. What are the focus areas, apart from the coordination, that your office have been focused on in recent time?
We have been looking at all the work we do have to do with the objectives of the ECOWAS, and then we can summarize this as economic, political, social, and all other aspects of society. In the economics area, ECOWAS, as you know, that is our founding mandate, was basically to bring the member states together to trade amongst themselves and improve upon, the living standards of our people. The life wire of every society is, commerce is the exchange. So that area, ECOWAS promotes, facilitates, and specifically, just to give you examples, since I came, and then again, with his support and the support of the Honorable Minister for Planning, Honorable Kenya Bali, very dynamic, active minister in charge of the ECOWAS. But we are building a market, a cross-border market at Y in the Pujong district. We are building the joint border post at Jendima Bull Waterside, again to facilitate trade. We have been able to work with and train, customs officials on the various tools that they use at the border points for crossings, to assist the citizens in the area of trade liberalization, in the area of common external tariff, and so we are working in those. If you look at the social aspects, we have been involved in humanitarian matters, flood victims. At a time where at a place called Tayama in the Moyamba district, to support flood victims, 2024 flood victims. We went there. We are in the process of trying to build a sanitary factory plant in Kono. We have a lot of projects. For the political side, in governance, I'm sure you are aware of the recent mission of the what we call the international moral guarantors. We since 2023, that a team had been set to accompany the government of Sierra Leone in reforms, governance, security sector, and what have you, towards 2028. As a result of the agreement of national unity and then the recommendations of the tripartite committee that resulted from the unity talks. So we are there in several areas, and I'm sure as we go along, we'll be able to give you a few more examples of our interventions. But as I said, Mr. Kumba is the master of all those projects, so he's here with me.
Okay. Ambassador, continue to stay with us. I think Komba Momo has been quiet for a while. Komba, again, good afternoon and welcome to the program.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Now, before we can talk about some of the things or expand more on some of the things we Ambassador don't talk about. Tell me first off, what is the mandate of our office and whose work on they do for make Ambassador like we don't praise you office to be active?
Okay. I want to tell you thank you, and then I also want to tell listeners good afternoon. We office locates in the Ministry of Planning and Economic Development, and then we role now for coordinate ECOWAS activities in the country. We work with stakeholders in the country, ministries, agencies, and departments to ensure that all ECOWAS funded projects in the country, we oversee and monitor the implementation. Then we also, in case there is a ECOWAS team where they come from other countries, then we therefore able make sure say we coordinate the movement and ensure that whatever mission we they can be able to accomplish. So now one of the main reason that the way they establish the office, where they actually work in collaboration with the office of the resident representative in Sierra Leone, we are the ambassador. So all the two offices there, they work together for promote ECOWAS activities. And also we do feasibility. We go at the provinces and inform people them about ECOWAS. Because we find out say most of the people them they don't know much about ECOWAS. So when we can go offline and able to explain to them within ECOWAS they about. So then they're able to increase the knowledge and they know more about ECOWAS and within ECOWAS they do Nasaro. So now the thing is done the way they do as national office.
So in recent time, I would describe what's on they happen, particularly from a Sierra Leonean point of view.
Well, obviously we get a lot of progress, especially now we head of state by the chairman. So a lot of things they happen. Like this year, most of the meetings, ECOWAS meetings, then the whole Nasaro. So now that make the final say, Boku meetings, the ECOWAS meetings, then they take place now because we the chair. And in as much as we the chair, most of the meeting then they direct them to the country with the chair. And as we speak, we prepare right now for media statutory meeting where they take place inside July this year. So all the heads of states then get for camp Nasaro, and then the ministers them for ECOWAS and finance, and then even the chief of defense staff then themselves get the meeting them during that statutory meeting period. So as we speak, we prepare right now for that particular statutory meetings there.
Okay, now with this, what's in the you talk about the awareness of ECOWAS, because you mentioned also about how people really not only know but ECOWAS and the work what they do and things like that. In their own awareness and how they know they receive them, and in the communities the way when I don't they go, what's in the change as to what they bring to them.
Well, when we can go, at least when we explain to them, most of them, they really they receive them, then they appreciate them, because most of them, then they confess to we say, well, we're going to talk bad about ECOWAS, for say ECOWAS no they do anything. But when we can don't explain to them, the thing the way ECOWAS don't do, particularly for Sierra Leone, starting from during the war where we get this ECOMOG intervention at the country, then also they support women, they support women, they will get fistula at the country, then they also to get this logistics depot and Lunge way, then don't just complete and don't bill them, then get a lot of other things there, like where ambassador talk about the Y market, where then they be in a border market for encourage integration, where people from other countries and now all they can meet, all that for promote peace in the country and at the sub-region. Then we also they talk about free movement, because when they make that joint border post where then they do Nagendema, the processing of people where they travel, it will be very fast. Because when once they check you on one side, where you cross now, you just continue you patrol. So unlike now, where they check you, now we on side, we go back now Liberia side and go check you back. But when they complete that joint border, it will be very, very simple way they move. And at that, ECOWAS, they stand for free movement of persons and goods. So a lot of things in the way ECOWAS don't do when they sensitize the people, and so themselves they appreciate them because they not be know. So now some of the things and the way they do.
Yes, Ambassador, let me come back to you again, Ambassador. Ambassador, in recent times, one of the sectors ECOWAS is also making progress in is the health sector. And you had a health walk in recent times with the ministry, and there was this massive position about ending malaria virus in Africa. How big is this, and how much is ECOWAS committed to making some of these commitments hold in African countries?
Yeah, in the area of health, I did indicate to you that we have an institution called the West African Health Organization. That is our technical institution that handles all health matters. And WAHU, yes, WAHU. That's the short form of it. And you recall that other incidences previously, Ebola, COVID, Mpox, call whatever, a name, ECOWAS has always been at the forefront, confronting such, things. We know very well that malaria is very present in Africa and in West Africa for that matter, and it's one of the deadliest diseases. So it was on that note that ECOWAS has decided to confront malaria, and has invested quite heavily in the malaria treatment, So at the last health ministers meeting in Freetown here, we made a commitment. It was a firm commitment to fight malaria, and ECOWAS, as I'm saying, with its other partners, the World Health Organization, the Gates Foundation, and all other multilateral organizations have committed to eliminate malaria. We know that it is one thing that is distracting the progress of our country. If we don't have healthy people, you have a sick society. You cannot do so much. So ECOWAS is a priority area actually, and the ECOWAS is looking at it very keenly.
Okay, Ambassador, continue to stay with us. We'll come back to you in any moment from now. The time from our studio clock is 28 minutes going past the hour 12 o'clock, and at this point we'll pause for a short while and take a break. When we come back, we'll look at ECOWAS at 50. What are the gains? What are the challenges? And what are the plans? We'll take the break.
Country slow, we want for no. Why not they grow? Yeah, hey, we want for no. Wait till make we country they go slow. Wait till make it not they grow. Yes, so I can for sure. Yes, I can for sure them thing them way they make we know they grow. Say now we they like one. If I they try for go before, I beg do ya not make us slow? No. If I try for raise the tempo, do ya not make them low? Yes, so if I try for go before, I beg do ya not make us slow? No. If I try for raise the tempo, do ya not make them low? Yes, so before they do them thing now we go make we gladdy, thing now we go make we happy, thing now we go make we country laddie daddy. So we go live in unity. Yes, so before they do them thing now we go make we gladdy, thing now we go make we happy, thing now we go make we country laddie daddy. So we go live in harmony. Yes, so don't we for do them thing now we go make we smarter, thing now we go make we stronger, thing now we go make we nation last much longer. So we life them go better. Yes, so but we for left them thing now we go make we scatter, thing now we go bring palava, thing now we go make we nation well panambara, make we people scatter.
This kind of thing that you talk about, I like that.
Thing them like half a flavor blabber, political party wahala. Sing them we go make we agba, them put we country pan yakba. Sing along say hey, we want for no. Wait till make we country they go slow. Wait till make it all they grow. Yes, so I can for sure. Yes, I can for sure them thing them way they make we know they grow. Say now we dey like yes, so make we show them thing there. Thing we go make we kick home. Thing we go make we country go before. Mama, yes, so thing we go make we grow. Thing we go make we left for go slow. Make baby gladly for Bobo show. Alright, so if I dey perform, me on perform. You say for gladly for watch you watch. If I dey sing, me on sing. You say for gladly for dance you dance. Before they do them thing we go make we gladly. Thing we go make we happy. Thing we go make we country laddie daddy. So we go live in unity. Yes, so.
The program Midday Show, they continue inside the program. They continue to look at more issues. We go inside the Mayor of Freetown, City Council, Yvonne Akisoya say the CBD area action plan where the Freetown City Council and in partner them get for bring, go up for get trend to development na the Central Business District. Well, we report time as stand soiree, we look inside this and we put this report together.
Central Business District na important area where people and mutuka them can use. This area also gets office them, business place, and other activity them can happen at this area. But concern don't come out from authority them, like the Freetown City Council, but the different activity them where can happen at the CBD area, like sanitation, poor urban planning, and other one them, as the Freetown City Council gets the mandate for provide local governance, deliver basic service, and improve urban development within the capital city Freetown. Make the one for address them challenge here within the CBD area. Now for sake of this make the Freetown City Council and the partner them don't bring different institutions then together on CBD regeneration area action plan. And for talk about some of the things them where they inside this plan and how for implement them. The project manager, City to City Corporation, now the Freetown City Council, Engineer Sylvester Goldstein, talk more about this area action plan.
The area action plan. As you can see on the far left over there, this area plan has been zoomed out. That is the area action plan we cover for now. But the main issue that we want to cover in the area action plan is this. One is special and strategic framework to guide the regeneration of the area. Secondly, future land use and development, improve mobility and accessibility, enhance the network of public space, and support the economic revitalization of the city. And lastly, which is very important, is climate resilience consideration and establish clear development guidelines to coordinate public investment. So the AAP, the Area Action Plan, is very, very important.
Where in the talk, the mayor for the Freetown City Council, Yvonne Akisoya, talk about the importance of the CBD area action plan.
It's important for letting get a foundation. And that foundation, although planning permit and Ministry of Lands and there, planning permit, building permit, land use planning, it did with the Ministry of Lands, still, we as council able to do it in and call for a small area, an area action plan. Where we come together, we say, as residents, that's so we want to have feedback. Then we can't go to ministry and we say to ministry big, that's so we want to have feedback. Una approve this tier. Then let nobody not build any structure. We go against waiting this plan say. Because now that kind random building also, and I make day like today, we not get water, they don't build inside water. Side for be conservation area. Inside the mangrove, Aberdeen, with the Siam, I mean, it's heartbreaking.
Yvonne Akisoya continue for talk about what they expect from these 2 days engagement.
Then for expect for get an area action plan where the one day where they na the CBD contributes to. So if you're doing the introductions, you'll be hearing people will come out from different banks. You hear Imam from the Central Mosque. You hear Reverend from College Chapel. You see urban slurk, the one that really do urban research. You hear counselors, you hear traders, you hear doctor, you hear judiciary. So people from all engineers, people from all walks of life, where they engage inside the CBD. Where you see this red, now inside this red area, now they will do this work here. So the people that are already inside and people that operate inside here. So waiting to happen over the next 2 days, we can't go on the street, people they can't watch and see. We can't change everything, of course, but the idea of an area action plan now, na for say, well, now the CBD this way we get. Waiting at the things that we can do and for ensure say we able for make a better place. A more work in addition to waiting we don't see. Waiting at the other adjustments we can make. We're gonna make that place a better place.
Yvonne Akisoya end up say, Freetown City Council go continue for work with different body them for use this area action plan for bring development na the central business district for the Society for Radio Democracy. Mastan Soare the report.
Well, from that report today, the program Midday Show, they continue, and inside the program we still get Ambassador John Azuma, we are the resident representative, ECOWAS resident representative to Sierra Leone, and also we still get another person from the Ministry of Planning and Economic Development, we are the head of ECOWAS office na Salone, we are Komba Momo. Ambassador, let's look at the aspect of the main topic we are here for today, ECOWAS at 50. First off, start by telling us what's the progress, and particularly for ECOWAS in general, and how is it implemented in Sierra Leone?
Yeah, thank you again. And ECOWAS, as we earlier on, intimated, was established in 1975 on the 28th of May, 1975. At that time, it was, an economic community of states. An economic community of states, which means that our founding mandate was based on economic integration. But as we moved on, we realized that we could not achieve all the gains of economic integration without political and security considerations. So ECOWAS added, if you call it, a second objective, that is political, security, governance, and then all the structures that would be there to support and protect the economic gains that we will be making. So in the area of economic integration, ECOWAS has made a lot of progress. I'm sure you are aware of the ECOWAS biometric ID card. Now, you can move with that ID card within the member states. You can move with it from Salone here to Ghana up to Abuja, Nigeria. You can use that. If people don't know, that is something. And my colleague did say that we did a lot of sensitization. These were some of the things that we even explained to our colleagues, our citizenry, that they have, these tools to be able to move freely, and do their work. We also, have, as ECOWAS, supported the member states with policies and legal instruments. You have what we call the common external tariff. These are things that happen at our borders, so in terms of trade. We have the ECOWAS trade liberalization scheme. Some of our products, our goods, which are tariffied, some are not non-tariffed. We have all these policies, these legal instruments to guide the running of our economies, all in a bid to improve upon our inter-trade. You have been doing studies into the single currency. I'm sure you have heard that, and you may be interested in knowing what is happening. Yes, ECOWAS is working towards a single currency, because we know also from even studies and other similar arrangements in the world, particularly the EU, you know, at the end of the day, you need a common denominator for goods coming from Ghana, from Nigeria to Salone, to going from Salone to Banjul and all those places. We need a common denominator. And it's not been easy. There are strict requirements. We've been working over that, but we have been very hopeful that 2027, which is just at the corner anyway, our heads of states are determined, you know, to achieve that. But you know, it is not even just about having the currency itself. The processes leading to make sure that your economy will be founded solidly have been laid. We have what we call the interbank settlement and payment system, the ECOWAS interbank settlement and payment system, where right now companies can trade between Ghana, Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Gambia, Liberia, Cote d'Ivoire, you know, and have a way of paying for the trade products that they are engaged in, rather than passing through the US. You have to change into dollars and to be able to pay for, I mean, your orders and what have you. We have set up those platforms, you know. So what is left is what the heads of states are hopeful that, and come 2027, we would be able to meet those other requirements. So we have done a lot in the economic sphere, free movement. He has spoken about the joint border posts that we are building. We build some in between Benin and then Nigeria. We build between Togo and Ghana. We have built between Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire. We are now building Salone and then Liberia. So we're doing all these things. You know, infrastructure-wise, road and sea, maritime, we are into it, and we are providing enabling environment for member states to be able to harness their potentials in these areas. You know, there is this Lagos corridor to Abidjan. You know, if you go to political, as we said, we have been involved in trying to stabilize our countries. If you don't have stable, political situation, you cannot progress as a country. So we've been involved in all those things. So a lot of achievements have been made. We may not have time now to be able to recount all. So
I've noticed how long the achievements are. But then let's zoom in a little bit about some of the challenges and how our plans set towards giving solution to some of the challenges.
Yes, we have challenges, definitely, and any endeavor, human endeavor, will always have challenges that you have to be able to achieve, what you intend to do. I talked about political stability, but we have unconstitutional changes. ECOWAS has a zero tolerance for unconstitutional changes. And just to highlight a little bit, that was why when it happened in 3 of our member states, in Mali, in Burkina Faso, in Niger, ECOWAS gave them the templates, the protocol that we all signed up to, in terms of good governance, in terms of democracy, and all the things that will make a society stable politically for us to function. And when they refused to adhere to that, they decided to move out. That tells you that we have a zero tolerance for constitutional changes. We don't countenance it at all. We have problems with terrorism. That one is even sometimes beyond our borders, and then we're trying to come together to be able to fight terrorism. The moped, national head just talked about Lungi Logistics Depot. These are all arrangements for in readiness for certain occasions that may be confronting us in terms of security that we should be able to rely on, especially gleaning from the past experiences. We have all those challenges, you know. So we are coming together. That is why every time that we have our summits, our statutory meetings, these are meant to tease out solutions to these challenges that will militate against our progress. You know, we are in a geopolitical world of uncertainties. We need to come together to be able to stick to each other, to be able to benefit from our own arrangements and then potentials. So ECOWAS has those challenges. We have financial issues, yes. There's no human endeavor without that. You know, our source of funding, all these projects, giant projects, has been what we call community levy, some taxes that we place on ourselves from items coming into our country, you know, and it has not been easy, you know, having the money to be able to finance these very projects that you and I know that if we are able to do, at least it will make life easy and happy for ourselves.
Yes, Ambassador, continue to stay with us. Now, let me bring in Komba Momo. Komba, ECOWAS at 50, promoting environmental sustainability and fight against plastic pollution in Sahel. Na the theme that one day. But then, in regards of promoting environmental sustainability and fighting against plastic waste, what's on a day now?
Well, ECOWAS don't see and say plastic waste na a problem na Sierra Leone, and then when you walk along the beach, you find out say get a lot of waste where they eat around. So we decide say one way where ECOWAS way for calming and support the country, especially in keeping the environment clean, say for let we organize a cleaning exercise along the beach. We decide to do that we want to do tomorrow, when it's Saturday. We start at 9 o'clock. We assemble tourist board, the office, opposite tourist board. Now they assemble, and then from there we'll start the cleaning exercise, and then after that now then we'll serve some food, then everybody scatter. So now that's what the plan for do tomorrow.
Whose beach should I clean?
Well, along Lumley and Aberdeen beach. So with the beginner, they go along there inside and day.
Now, for cleaner one, but also again for like we say sustainable, where you don't put the dirty. We know say the Lumley beach, where you can clean, you can find for what. But most of the time in the world organization, the way they can clean, and because they not can get that kind of finance, they're not able to throw all the dirty then. Sometimes in the way they done and they put some in a corner and things like that. And we too not don't put for make sure say if after the cleaning, dirty go bang.
Well, what thing we don't do, we engage the military. The military get for coming with some personnel, and then they get for also come with some dump trucks them, and then after we then don't clear the dirty, then vehicles and they then get for able load them the dirty then they go to weigh them. So we make sure say when we clean, we not go just clean and left the dirty at the beach. So then trucks there and then get for use for let them go through away the dirty them beside and they throw away dirty. So now that's not the thing we don't do, we don't put in place.
So this now just for people in ECOWAS and something tourism or other ministry them
Well,
or open?
we involve other ministries then, like Ministry of Tourism, Environment, and then we also involve Tourist Board, then City Council. Of course, we all know say City Council and then they handle waste business in the city. So themselves, we meet them and we all they do them in collaboration. So na a joint effort we all they do together to make sure say we able for clean the beach area tomorrow.
After Lumley Beach, now get plan for continue this one on other side then?
Well, this now the beginning, as I discussed with the ambassador. So as time goes on, we will continue to do the kind exercise and day. So, but this will just the start, and the kind impact we will see it create will give you the courage for the way for continuing to do the same thing.
If possible, one join, you get any process we for go through?
Well, you know, get any.
Now for going at the beach
process, yeah, because everybody, at least when they talk about cleaning, we want everybody for low all put hand together, because if sickness for them, not to one person they get them, because some of them dirty then they wake you, which is the people then smell and they cause some problem in the environment. So if you see an organization they undertake them kind of activities and they you will join them, a welcome idea. So we welcome everybody for low and make sure in the beach area tomorrow.
Yes. Also, again, the aspect of because you talk about sustainability, awareness key. Because after this cleaning, you find out say we're not going for the cleaner every week, every weekend. But if the people get the sense, say not for here and they're able to understand and they for I will not get for do the aspect of the awareness on the thing they are so for be sustainable, so that one of them done. Any dot one I go meet them now, you go be see something and they leaf the wedding and they tick them and things like that.
Well, in terms of the awareness, as I tell you, City Council are then responsible for waste management. So that na the responsibility of City Council for make sure say if na like then small posters then go put them at some strategic location where then they indicate say not for to here. So would they expect say after this City Council will chip in for complement the effort and make sure say and put them kind posters them. So anybody where they pass, you go know say yes, this particular side, for to here or even urinate around the beach area. Then locations there.
Yes, I'll bring Ambassador. Ambassador, let's zoom in on environmental sustainability, promoting environmental sustainability. In recent time, one of the things that we saw made headlines is this clean cooking gas solution that ECOWAS is pushing for, so that we'll move away from charcoal and things like that. How key is environmental sustainability and plastic waste pollution to the ECOWAS?
It's very key. It's very, very important. It's a priority area for ECOWAS. And to talk about clean cooking, clean beaches, they're all in the same, area of concern for the ECOWAS. Clean cooking, is ECOWAS has observed that the traditional way of cooking, takes a lot of energy and time, apart from the health implications for its citizens, particularly women and children. So ECOWAS developed a policy on clean cooking solutions. There are solutions to use efficient technology, and fuels, renewable energy fuels, to be able to save the time, save the energies of our women folks and children, and then to improve upon their lives. Again, in terms of sustainability, it will reduce deforestation. I mean, you know that these inefficient ways that we are using have to do with charcoal, and a lot of firewood and what have you, and then biomass, So it will reduce that, and then in turn be used for sustainable investments, which can rather bring in employment, generate employment for our people. Because if you are talking of efficient ways like using the liquefied petroleum gas, which using renewable energy methods, using electricity, using solar, all these are areas of opportunities for investment, which will also generate income. So in terms of sustainability, ECOWAS is very, very mindful of these things and has put policies, in the same way that the beach cleaning, which will give us clean and healthier lives. We know that, as the saying goes, that health is wealth. And then
would you be part of the beach
body.
cleaning?
Oh yes, tomorrow I'm going to be in the lead. In fact, we are the lead, and then we expect you to accompany us to be there, so that we will tell our people, about what we're trying to do, and then the way forward. You asked of, sustainability of this type of program. Yes, we're going to continue partnering with FCC, with Tourist Board, with the media, because you have to be behind us to be able to explain to the people why we need to do certain things. So it is going to be a sustainable, process. So we need you tomorrow, and then the day after.
Yes, Ambassador, as we close, in 1 minute, what's the message to the public about this aspect of playing their own contribution to environmental sustainability, reducing their plastic waste or littering the floor and things like that?
Well, for me, it's quite simple. I have 3 sayings that I will leave for my brothers and sisters. 1, they say cleanliness is next to godliness. So that is in itself explains why, because we are a godly country. So if cleanliness is next to godliness, then we must imbibe cleanliness. The second one, as I said to you, is they say that a healthy mind in a healthy body. If you make your place clean, you avoid a lot of unhealthy things. You would have a very healthy body. You'll be clean. You'll be healthy, and then your reasoning as a society would be sharper. In fact, sharper, and then you can contribute more meaningfully to societal endeavors. Then the third one, they say health is wealth. So I leave that again with my people. Health is wealth. Let us practice good, healthy habits. You would save yourself from going to hospitals to treat yourself. You would even be very robust, very energetic to be able to do your businesses, to increase your lifespan. So these are the 3 things that I'll leave for the people, that if we always look back at these 3 sayings, then we would come together to see how best we can make our environment clean and then protect the environment for our own good.
Ambassador, thank you very much for joining us today in this edition, and it has been very, very interesting, and also plenty thank you to you, Kombamomo, for wanting to be part of this edition. We hope for getting from term to term for the look at progress on other issues them what we're not going to deal with. And Fambul, this is now the edition of the edition we'll get today for midday show. Today we'll look at ECOWAS at 50, promoting environmental sustainability and plastic waste pollution in Sierra Leone, and also we don't listen to some of the things that way the ECOWAS mission as alone don't they do, plus how the Ministry of Planning they help them for perform some activities. Plenty thank you to you who listen and the one that we watch on the Democracy Facebook page, and plenty thank you to my producer Theodora Rena, and also plenty thank you to the person who the technical person on duty, Prince Wilson, with support from DJ Cap, so make gonna get to live on a different radio sets them. May Kamara Bango and make gonna see we live now with the Democracy Facebook and YouTube page. But so till the next edition, we will bring counsel on this one Fambu. And I'm Jaffa Mans Davis to say, have a nice day, goodbye for now.